started.
Hey Emma,
Yeah.
will this be your volume for the rest of the game?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be prepared to turn
I'm waiting
down.
for my computer to rejuvenate itself.
Okay.
Oh, it's still charging.
Well, I'm just gonna start the recording now, so we'll have this on record. On record, for the record.
Okay, ready for the dramatic reenactment?
Go for
Lily's here now, so we can hear it. Okay. And the recording don't start till I rinse my cup.
Out of context, this is gonna make no sense.
Don't stop.
Lily left. Well,
Cool.
that was fun. Well, now we know what the breaking point is.
Don't stop, Isaiah Cup.
It's not an Isaiah cup. It's free.
Don't stop, free cup. Better turn
I've had this
speakers
cup
up
since I was 14.
tonight. We're gonna fight Senior Stray and Bashar, maybe.
Nah.
What?
I need my spell slots back first. I have like none left.
I've been you know what? Today I've been looking at my tactical notes and remembering all the things I was supposed to do last session that I didn't. And now I know what my plan is. What my character's plans are.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So I bought Christmas. Oh, seeing as Anna's not here yet and my computer still hasn't booted up. I love this computer so much. Do you guys want to see the stuff I bought today?
Go for it. Emma's room tour of Emma's whole tour.
Okay, I've just realised that entails me getting up, so hang on, this might be a while.
She will one day re-emerge from the kotatsu.
Okay.
I'm gonna restock my makeup.
Sounds good. Oh, we stocked those in aisle 8. Oh my god.
This is me getting up from the kotatsu. This is the girl emerging from the kotatsu. Ready?
That sounds like a movie.
One knee up. Kotatsu. Orange.
Yay! Alright, we did it.
We did it!
Proud of you, fam. So, how you guys doing?
Do you like my ASMR?
No, I don't!
Crinkle, 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 crinkle.
Crinkle, crinkle.
Oh,
Since I'm
so
standing
true.
up, I'm gonna go put my kettle on.
Sounds good. What are you gonna put it on? I'm sorry. Alright. I will show myself out. I apologize.
I'll let you stay because you're doing the recording.
I have no excuse.
I have leverage.
I laughed at it.
There's still soap in here, but at least it doesn't taste bad.
Lily, at least it doesn't taste
like
bad.
the taste of soap.
It doesn't taste like soap, it tastes like water, but I can see like soap.
Maybe it's just, I don't know, the surface
Maybe it's
tension of water, science, things.
It's fine.
I don't understand.
You have science in your cup, Lily. Maybe that's it.
Yes, maybe it's science. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I mean,
Okay.
technically everything is science, so there is science in your cup.
But what about the magic? What about the magic?
Science can be magic, and magic can be science. That's what I'm saying.
My Little Pony, science and magic.
Don't trigger him.
Trigger hit,
God, yeah.
dude. I'm down. This is my past. I was a Brody once upon a time. All right, hit me up.
Once upon a time.
Dude, I'm not even kidding, I've wanted to get back into it, but like I can't do fandom stuff anymore. I need to just like watch the show for my own enjoyment.
I remember a time.
Plus there were like post-apocalyptic fanfics that I was reading that weren't finished. I need to go back and see if they're done. I don't know.
I've still only ever read one
everyone.
fanfic.
The first thing I bought was a Christmas tree.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Look how long this is. I carried this all the way from Onahama, which is 30 minutes away. More than that.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
This is weird now. Did I flip it around again?
No, that's all
I
good.
hate this iPad situation.
I like your lights.
Thank you. I just had people outside. Next, I bought some. Oh, socks! Yeah, I bought some Christmas socks.
Oh, cute! Oh my god.
One pair of.
Those are great. Those are fabulous. Oh my god.
2 pairs of Christmas socks. Little reindeer. 3 pair of Christmas socks. Yeah. 4 pair of Christmas socks. These ones are the most
Wow.
fluffy ones. And then these ones are like
Hang on.
Bilbo Baggins socks.
All right.
Those are cute.
Bilbo Baggins.
These are all great.
I was
I don't know
watching
what-
Lord of the
those are
Rings
like-
before I joined.
Oh,
These are like
I'm
my
on to the
fond-
3rd movie. Almost at Shelob, my favourite part.
Nice.
Then I bought some star and moon curtains because what the fuck else would I buy for my my D&D room? That's what I call it now. That's what it is. Every time I ever go in there. Then I bought some vegan shampoo because my
Cute.
hair is falling out and I don't want to go bald.
okay.
I lost a chunk of my hair today.
Lost a chunk of it.
Oh,
I don't know if you can
Like-
see. Wait, I found it before.
What? How? What happened
Can
to
you
it?
see? It fell out somewhere. There's just a clump of white hair
What?
somewhere on the pavement.
Yep. So I
Rip.
so I just lose so much because Japan. So I decided to start doing something about it. So that's that. I forgot what half these things are. Oh shit! We all bought matching pajamas. Me and the 3 friends I went to the mall with.
Cute. Oh my god, my
2
pen.
friends. And they're these sheep. The ones I got are sheeps.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is great.
Like sheep. Yep. Anyway, I've unfolded those now, so that's fun. What else? Oh, books.
Nice.
Guess what? She's back on that bullshit. More stars. Book about stars.
Hey, we always appreciate a consistent aesthetic, right? Stares at Lily,
Yeah,
stares at
true.
Emma. This is nice.
yeah.
Caesar. Caesar is constellation in Japanese. Then some fashion books for fuck. Computer. Computer's done with my shopping haul. Okay.
The computer couldn't deal with the
Some
fashion. It was
books
too much
for pose
fashion.
references, which would be good. A men's fashion book so that I can actually figure out what men are wearing these days, rather than me just putting everyone in denim, bizarre denim, and leather, which is not, I don't think, what anybody really wears. It's all I ever draw.
I mean, hey,
I'm sure
once
if
upon
I
a time in the
honestly,
80s, you know.
everything will look good again. Said me every day.
Put all my evil
Then-
characters in leather.
Lady fashion with some fun ideas inside. And then tea. I bought some tea. I think. Oh, these shoes. I bought these shoes
Nice.
Nice.
from Muji.
Oh, I do.
And
I
they're
love
touching
Muji.
my tatami, which is taboo as fuck.
Lily, we have to go window shopping at Muji.
Oh, you're gonna get me to go outside on Wednesday. This is great.
It's gonna be good. You need to go outside. I need to go outside. I've been like holed up in here, going crazy, living with my brother and his girlfriend.
We're gonna watch Shrek, right?
Hell yeah, we are.
2 teas.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Apple tea and chai spice tea. And that's it.
Nice. Nice.
Haul! There you go.
Cool, cool.
Right,
You-
try and turn on my computer again.
Nah.
Yes! Yes, okay, it worked. Oh, cool. Okay, that was fun. I've got a nice little warning sign over the battery. That's always good. Condition. Replace now.
No.
That's not a good condition to be in.
Is this a Mac?
Yeah. It's been
I've never
saying
seen that.
Mm.
replace battery for a long time. And now
How
it
old
says
is it?
replace now.
Yay.
I have an old laptop somewhere in my house that I need to sell.
Replace now means I can continue to use it without harming my computer. So that's fine. Alright, time to switch.
Alright, let's hope your computer doesn't die. Good luck.
I'm gonna keep this dice out today just in case we need it.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
all
hearing just some random scary singing.
random scary singing.
Like it sounds like it's coming right from the other side of that wall, but there's no house there.
Okay, that's a
Fun.
Japan, you never know. My neighbor used to opera sing in Japan very loudly at like 1 a.m.
Cool. Me. I was your neighbor. Plot twist.
Explains
It
why
was
I'm sorry.
Vitas all along. Right, I'm gonna hang up and join this call.
cool.
Ugh.
Ba-doom.
Oh, bloody tape.
Privacy measures. I use like a little piece of fabric. I have like this old cloth that I kind of just hang up here.
I don't put anything over it anymore. They're not going to see anything apart from me watching Lord of the Rings.
Low key, I just do it so it doesn't get dusty because there's so much dust in this room for some reason.
Prepare your
I really-
volumes.
Oh, no, please, wait 1 second.
Oh, this might be. Let's see.
Hello?
Oh my god, I need to
Hello.
turn you down.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god, where's this wall? Okay. Alright, try to say something now.
Hello, my name is Emma. I live on
Sweet.
the 2nd floor.
Second floor. Alright, now the recording won't be blasted by Emma's voice at 2 times the volume it usually is.
Sweet.
I think we should do a game where we just speak into our microphones like this.
Alright.
It's an ASMR AU.
Yes.
And I'm the only
ASMR
one.
AU.
Banishment
Just
5th level.
It's like so uncomfortable.
We weren't designed to be on the same side.
You see, Emma's is okay, it's distorted, but
Yeah.
Thomas is like he's actually speaking to your soul, and it's like,
That's what happens when you have one of these boys. Hello, this is my
Yeah.
microphone. I'm sorry if I sound loud right now.
I'm not even trying to react. It's actually just a visceral, like, ugh,
Yes.
not nice.
Understandable. That's
This is still plugged in. I didn't
understandable.
unplug it by accident, did I?
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm just going to clean up all of these plastic bags that I've chucked on the floor here, and then we can start, because Anna's going to join a little bit later anyway.
Sweet. Sweeto.
Sweeto.
Sweeta!
始めましょうか。
始まりましょうじゃあ始まりましょう
始まるぞ。
The DC anime version.
Like, we all become our true weebs.
してください。
Can we a dating sim?
今から5
Who's the
時間目
shoujo
の
protagonist?
学習を始めます。で、お願いします。お願いします。
Dude, if we could have, dude, Fallout had
ご
shoujo
清よくしましょう。
shoujo potential.
はい。
Am I you okay?
That's how every one of my class starts.
Nice.
I'll be like, let's start, and they'll be like, ご清よくしましょう。はい。今から5時間目の授業を始めます。で、お願いします。お願いします。My computer's
That's
still
how Emma
being
broke.
dum dum.
I mean,
Yep.
you're great. I love you. Alright.
Thank you. I
Your
love you
teacher
too.
voice is so
Oh.
cute.
まずは Emma 先生。次はみんな。That's how I do every day. The weird arm gestures are not out of this.
It seems like you're having fun, and we stand very hard.
Yes.
As you combust.
As I combust. It's very hard.
It sounds like
Um,
it.
Yes. It's not easy to be Genki all the time. But hey, it's for the kids, so it's doable. Anyway, that's too real. Let's forget about real world and think about the fun fantasy world we're in, where all of our friends are dying and blinded and trapped and
I mean,
missing.
hey, we're half here as a support group anyway, so, you know.
Oh, I've decided I'm going to try something. I'm going to try rolling into this fun grimoire. Can you see it?
Rolling into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you roll into it?
It's a
Oh, what? That's
I'm gonna
cool!
try this. Just gonna try it for a little bit. If it seems a bit too much, then I'm gonna.
I roll into like
If it
this
seems,
dice
if
tray.
it gets annoying, then I won't.
I just want to show you this fake D20 that it has. It's got a design, but that's not what a D20 looks like. The numbers are
Nah.
weird. It's got a
Well,
20.
the 2 is
10.
next to it. Is
Yeah,
next to
the
me,
two's
but-
right.
But
I tried.
it's the shape is kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
I like that.
Also, I don't know. I don't know if
man.
you've ever seen the inside of my.
I've seen it in
Dice roll
photos.
box.
It's really nice. It's so
No?
good. I think you sent me the website that you ordered it from. Maybe.
Let me see. Oh yes. How did you know I'd love that shit? Space.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, it's
wait.
probably
Yeah.
backwards. Is it maybe?
No, it's good for me.
Arms
Discord
custom
only
design.
flips your own camera back at you.
Ah.
So I don't know if you notice, if you remember what I look like right now and what position my bed is in, if you watch any of the
Ah,
recordings,
yeah.
I'm always flipped around.
It's flipped around. Yeah.
Yep, and there's no setting in Discord to
I
change that.
hate this. Okay, start from here. Paste in my notes. No, all up here. Okay. Okay, let me just reread these. Session 51. Okay. I forgot all of this.
Me during every exam.
Meanwhile, I just have a nice little note that says, meanwhile, Gerald. And like, that seems so much like a SpongeBob cutscene to me.
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
Just a scroll pops up.
Yep. Okay. I've not got that many notes for this session, mainly because I have absolutely no idea what to expect, other than the questions I asked you guys. So this is good stuff. All right then.
Yeah,
So,
that's quite
Should
interesting.
we roll for recap?
I'm happy to roll.
Oh, Lily's not here. Well, you guys can start, and then we can.
Yeah, we can roll. We can roll. We can roll. Let me get my dice.
Sorry, I'm here. I was
Okay.
Watering my dying plant.
This is fine.
Natural 1.
Good shit. I'm gonna roll the die.
Get
Roll
that out of
the
the way.
dice. 6.
I'm at 18.
11.
Okay, then it is in fact. Oh wait,
That's equal. Do we
equal.
wanna
Okay.
Reroll.
Then Lily and Aelin roll off.
A natural 1 again!
Holy moly.
And Aelin,
I told you
10.
Marla was coming back.
10. Then it's Aelin.
Okay.
That's not good.
Okay.
Lily caught a case of my dice.
I think my dice just run out of luck. I'm never gonna roll above the 10 again.
Gotta
My
refuel.
dice.
My dice.
They're just getting ready for the game. They don't want to have the ones in game.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
like,
You
oh,
gotta roll the bad luck out of him, you know?
Yeah.
They're not gonna perform.
Is this lighting okay for everyone, by the way? Because I can turn up the thing if it's too dark.
No, that's good for me.
Fine. You're a nice blue.
Aren't
Sorry.
I always? I look kind of scary because of this like weird shadow. But hey, it's my strange half face goatee.
Oh, you guys
Why
can
not?
see my diffuser. That's fine.
Cute.
Is it the white?
Here we go.
Here we go.
So Brian stops the group, holds up Slaya's hand, which is now a bright glove of light. And he investigates it and can tell that these definitely came from Karul, and the spell shouldn't actually exist.
Cruel senses tingling.
We do a bunch of stuff to try and get rid of the light, and nothing really short of greater restoration makes them return to their original size. And only Neff and Brian have greater restoration at their disposal. Sobek kind of apologizes for what he said earlier, and we take a short rest as we fly over the fields on the carpets with Louis and Sarazar at the helm. Slya attempts a divine intervention, and the odds are astronomical. Does not work. So over the cavernous fields, the crops are all dead. We message Gelda as to which direction we should go, and she asks about Paris. Bluey remembers the goldfish in her water skin, which is still trying to get out. Brian's polymorph senses are tingling, and we don't want that out on the carpet.
He has a lot of senses.
So, also simultaneously, we start hearing the Sphinx rumbling as we get closer to the catacombs, and Neff remembers that that's where Visnuvus can be reached from. Brian goes over and flies on Shu because she seems pretty distracted. We drop the goldfish, and it becomes, surprise, surprise, an aboleth.
It was actually a surprise to you, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think you didn't know this one.
Definitely
You didn't
Aelin
want-
had no.
That's absolutely wild that they went out, they captured an aboleth, put it in the thing, and changed it into a goldfish just for our
Just for us,
benefit.
I feel so special.
It wasn't that hard, not gonna lie.
Okay.
I was such an offended. Okay.
I wasn't even offended. I was just like, man, there's just aboleths everywhere.
Everywhere. Bloody
There's like
apples.
7.
Ooh, okay.
Less offended and more just abject horror.
Yeah.
So we run. Well, we run on the carpets. The carpets are running.
Zoom.
We zoom. Yeah. Sovek scries on Paris, and he tells us that they're just about to break through the doors, and that Paris is broken. There's an hourglass that Karul has that's been resetting all the torture that Sinestre's been doing, and so we head forward into the next room, and there's some like invisibility thread and puddles of blood, and we learn that if you have malintent and you enter with a key that doesn't belong to you, you get turned into stone.
Yup.
Neff inserts her key, and we go through as the aboleth is catching up.
It's just such a funny visual.
Slya turns around and is suddenly having a god vision, and that's fun and cool and reassuring, and gets Armor of the Moon touched, so that's really awesome. And then is back with the rest of the group. We enter the archives. It's super dark, and the room is massive, and the design is super cool, and it's just it's just a cool design.
Thank you. If I was any good at drawing environments, then hell yeah, that would be one of the first ones.
It starts getting pretty tight. We get off the carpets and all have to sneak forward, and that is as accessible as it is. And Brian hears some footsteps, and Vashar bursts through like the Kool-Aid Man. And Brian does a sick reversal and turns into a polar bear.
Sits on Bashar.
Chiral goes for the book. Well, okay, so we enter initiative. Fight ensues. There's some back and forth, stabbing, people trying to be merciful, and it's kind of a whole cluster mess.
Sarah's almost dies.
Sarah's almost dies. Slya does a heal. He's just fine. We finally get a hold person off on Karul, and he gets into the locket. Ender pops out and is suddenly very dexterous.
Yes. More so than he ever was in his life, his short life. I like.
No, what's that meant to
mean? Gerald also does a force cage around Brian Neff Sarazer.
Speaking
of force cage.
Is the move named after the NPC, or is the NPC named after the move?
The NPC was named after the spell.
Aww.
And the funny thing is, I got that spell from looking at Gerald's character sheet back then. I got the name from looking at Gerald's character sheet back then, as I was like, what do I score? His name is force cage. That's just there.
That's actually a really cool nugget of information.
That is a really cool nugget of information.
Nuggets. That is all. Nuggets.
Gerald goes to Sobek and, I don't know, charmed him some sort of way. And
some sort of way.
Then Ender's like, Ender yeets himself over the force cage, over to Gerald and Sobek, and it's like, okay, we're going.
Yeah.
And they get out of there. Sinestre lets out a blood-curdling scream.
I just read something that's happened, and that's like completely different from what I thought, but it still works really cool. Okay, anyway.
Okay, oh no.
So, just for updates on where things are, Shu, Bluey, and Slya are on the floor. Loren is on the bookcase. Brian, Neff, and Sarah's are in the cage. Brian tries to Misty Step to get out and uses all of his his luck points and is still stuck. Vashar casts darkness around Sinestre and Bluey and Shu, and Slya is like, nope. Casts daylight on Bluey to try and neutralize that darkness. And the glowing lights on our hands burst into radiant heat and blinding light. And Loran, Bluey, Neff, and Slya are all hit and blinded and stagger back. And so only Brian can see Bashar and Sinestre, who, are looking at each other and then at us. And one of them, I don't remember which one, says, all right, then, I don't think today's your day. Let's have a conversation, see if we can't help each other. And that's all.
Also, very quick question, because I forgot to ask when I actually did this, and I don't know if it actually matters or not, but just for my own sake. When as Neff, used the key in the door, and it automatically turned and the door went and opened.
Yes.
Did I keep my key, or is it stuck in the door?
You took it out, and it's in your hand.
Sweet.
Okay. I was thinking about that as well.
You do need a key to get out, so...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it was, removable, I would have taken it back out.
Yeah, so you guys can't leave until Neff gets out of the cage, or until if you find Paris, and he still has his key, you could use him to get out. Or you could try and teleport. It seemed to work for Jural, so you could maybe try it yourselves if you want to. All right, so bringing us back into the narrative. So we have Brian, Neff, and Saraza. You are trapped in a cage. It is arranged so that there are bars you can just about see through. Brian, you watch as Loran, just ahead of you, falls to the ground, clutching his eyes. Slya, Neff, you can probably see her the best. Slya and Bluey
Neff
both.
is blind, right?
Yeah, I'm blind.
Oh, Neff is blind?
Yeah.
Sorry, Saraza, you watch as Saraza flinches away and Neff falls to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, Saraza, you can see her. Saraza watches as nephew fall to the ground too, reeling from this blindness. Painful.
Can I dex save to be graceful? Can I fall over
no,
oh, my
not
eyes.
this time. You can do that, but it's gonna look. You're still gonna fall. So I'll just say you do that as you go. And Slya, did you get affected? You definitely got affected, and Bluey too, by this blindness, leaving unaffected and completely free only Shu, Courage, on your side.
But I'm gonna start to get out. Or try.
And you hear from the floor, Sinestre. I almost called her Kira because that's actually written on her sheet. Sinestre's voice call out and say, "I think we can talk." So, Brian, as the only one who can really do anything, Saraza is not a strong mate. What would you like to do?
I would like to try and Misty Step out of the cage again.
Okay.
I know
Please roll a wisdom save.
Is it wisdom?
Oh no, sorry, charisma save.
I was gonna say, wisdom would definitely be out by now.
Charisma save.
Come on. No, it's a 17 again.
I'm afraid it doesn't work.
No, do it again.
You flicker for a moment and it doesn't work.
Could I cast...
Want to try again? How many times can you try?
Oh, I have many times.
Okay, go for
it's
it.
a spell slot, so. Wait, no, does it beat it if it's an 18?
Beats it, yeah.
I get out. I'm
okay,
free.
Where do you teleport yourself?
Next to Loran.
Next to Loran, up on the bookshelf then. Okay.
Don't want him to fall.
You teleport yourselves next to Loran and next to, and just up above of Vashar and Sinestre. You can look down on them directly from this vantage point. They are standing right next to each other,
Can we spell
sort of alert, alarmed, but Sinestre looks expectant, waiting for an answer from any one of you.
Can Slya get up and kind of blindly
You're gonna have
walk?
to make a dexterity check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
I use so many.
Well, dexterity check or dexterity save?
Dexterity check.
Okay, that's a 16.
16. Okay.
I rolled a 15 and a 16.
Nice.
Okay. You slowly start to get up, and it's shaking. You have no idea whereabouts you are in the room because you were thrown about 5 or 6 feet in a direction you cannot see. So you can take a moment to blindly, like, kind of look out and try and touch the sides of your, well, touch around you to see what you can find if you want to.
Can I go ahead and just cast Lesser Restoration on myself to remove the blindness?
You can
I was gonna ask you
certainly
that as
try.
well.
Okay.
I also forgot, but apparently I'm poisoned as well.
As you try and cast lesser restoration on yourself to remove this blindness, nothing happens.
That's one of the effects it's supposed to be able to remove, but okay.
It's, like I said before, it's magic that shouldn't exist.
Yep.
Dang, dude. Well, obviously, okay, I didn't see Slya try to do this, so I'm going to attempt to do the same thing, because that's what Neff would have tried to do.
You put your
We're
hand
gonna,
on
like,
your
drain our slots.
I'm going to do...
put your hand on your chest, you attempt
That's
to
fine.
cast lesser restoration, it doesn't work.
Well, okay, I wanted to do it this way. I wanted to try to do the blindness. If that doesn't work, I'm going to still try to do it to get rid of my poisoned condition.
Okay. Slya,
Yep.
make a medicine check.
Uh-oh.
I think this would be sort of your natural instinct.
Yep. So that's a 19 plus 9. 28?
28. Fuck yeah. You get the impression that something that, whilst the effect was magic, the trigger was magic, the damage seems to be very real. You believe you might actually be blind.
What?
It's not a magical effect. The strength of the flame and the severity of that burst of light was enough to physically blind you,
Oh my god.
not just magically.
Can I medicine check myself as well? If
This
I
is not this is something that you can, for example, use healing spells to slowly sort of build up your HP again, and that'll constitute to you being able to see better. But for now, you are blind.
Can I try cast another thing on myself?
You can, yes. What would you like to try and cast?
I would like to try cast a... I would like to cast Cure Wounds on... And I can cast it on 2 people, so I can try it on myself and Sarazer.
Sarazer was not affected.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay. Well, I'll just cast it on
Nope.
myself then.
Okay. You cast Cure Wounds. Okay. As you cast Cure Wounds, roll some HP for.
Alright.
And then I need you to roll a D100.
A D100. Okay, let's roll some HP.
Totally.
Oh, that's crit HP. That's 2d8s. Both of them are 8 plus 3.
That's great.
Okay, that's 16. That's 19. D100 coming up.
Okay.
Okay, where is my... that's
I will tell you this because this is just game mechanics. Every time you cast a healing spell on yourself, there's a 50% chance that your sight will return.
Okay. Okay.
You have to roll over a 50.
That's a 89.
Yep. Okay. You kind of focus it on your eyes, and if you could see yourself, there's blood just pooling at your tear ducts, kind of like running down your cheeks, and your eyes at this point are completely white, as if they're kind of white, and you can see the veins like popping out from beneath the irises, but slowly they begin to regain their color, and you can see in shades of grey, and then your sight's coming back to you. It's still a bit difficult. You'll be making perception checks at based on sight at disadvantage for
Okay.
the next hour. So there you go.
I think that really blinded me.
Actually, can I do something really stupid?
Sure.
Because I mean, like, I know all this from listening to what those guys are doing, but I mean,
Brian.
yeah. Brian's gonna drop a heal on Loran, which is an overreaction, but
Sure thing. Okay.
so he's gonna
Let me
get
just-
max HP back, I think.
Yes, you're right. Let me just get that on his sheet.
I've
Randahane.
barely
Brandon
any
in
spell
pain.
slots left.
Yep, he's back max HP. And I will roll a D100. Or do you want to do? No, I'll do. Okay.
I love how Emma does not trust my dice, but with Thomas, it's fine.
Oh, no, it's because he's an NPC, and I would let you do it for Shu, but like, because yeah,
It's fine.
that's a 41. So there is sadly, he looks physically better, but his eyes are still like wide, and he kind of reaches out a hand and he grasps your arm. This is new.
Still can't see.
You still can't see.
Gonna try a healing word.
Okay.
Watch Lily waste all the spell slots.
We have to find a place
20.
to sleep.
20.
Mhm.
He still can't see.
At that point, Brian's
With my
got to.
medicine check, would I have kind of like put together, like I could do a little bit of like magical healing to try and focus it on the eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's everyone's passive perception?
20.
14.
13. Oof.
Okay.
Whoops.
Just checking.
I'm not a very perceptive
Okay,
person.
so you want to do your healing?
I want to see what I would have rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a first level cure wounds.
Yep. All right. So will you roll a D100 for me?
Yep.
This is a nice and difficult spell to navigate.
That is a 91.
Yep. Your sight returns to you, and you see that you are about 5 feet away from your original standing point, facing the bookshelf where the tome used to be. And funnily enough, you're facing right where that would have been. You can just see that little empty hole. There's one spell I want to check, and then I will tell you, Brian. I think you might see this, but I haven't rolled properly yet. But you're so high. Okay. Okay, Brian, you notice on the floor that as you've been doing all of this, Vashar has slowly been just dragging her sword in a circle across the ground around herself and Sinestre. She's just kind of like etching it into the ground around them.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to call down to them. What do you want to talk about?
I think you know. I think that's obvious by now. The
Did
only
you know
thing
they
we
were gonna
came here
betray you?
for.
Say again?
Do you know they were going to betray you?
We always knew. The betrayer always fears being betrayed themselves. I think I said that to one of you once, but who was it? She looks over to you, Slya.
Yeah. Slaya makes eye contact with her and is going to walk towards her. And Bluey.
Okay, how close do you get?
Slaya's just kind of going to put like a hand on Bluey.
BRB.
Basically.
Okay.
That's how close she's going to get.
Okay. As you do come close to Bluey, you kind of notice that the circle that Vashar has drawn, it sort of just about catches Bluey as well. And you put your hand up to sort of grasp her, but you feel a wall, a force field of some sorts. You can't break through it.
Okay, so Bluey is stuck in that circle with them too.
Yep. I think you might know what the spell is now.
Can I roll Arcana for it, or do I just know?
Oh, I meant you as Aelin, but yeah, sure. Roll Arcana to see if you know what's going on here.
That is a 17.
17. Yeah, I think you know. This circle appears to be a magical circle that repels creatures. And for whatever reason, it's repelling you from reaching Bluey, Sinestra, and Vishar, who are on the inside.
Is it anti-life?
No.
In which case,
Insurance.
Slya's just going to sit down outside of it.
Sinestra sits down in front of you. And Vishar puts a hand onto Bluey's shoulder. It's not threatening. She looks like at any moment she's ready to push her out the circle. Ah, perfect timing. Or it could be threatening, you don't know, but she definitely looks like she's ready to push her out the circle. Hi, Bluey. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Hello.
Okay, so I'll give you a breakdown of what's happened. You are blind, and all of a sudden you hear a scraping on the ground and feel a shoulder. That's it. So, it's yes. Is there any? Do you have any questions before we start?
Is that all?
You probably would have heard conversations around the room. Brian asking Sinestre and Vishar, Vinestre, I'm going to call them, what they want to talk about. And you would have heard Slya approaching and sit down in front of you.
Emma,
Okay.
your camera's kind of frozen and laggy.
Okay. That's it. So, you sit opposite Sinestre, who sits down in front of you too, separated by an invisible barrier, but this is the closest you've been in a very long time. Maybe ever.
So, do we have a truce? At least for now?
I think something can be arranged. Don't you?
Slya kind of, like, her eyes go up to Brian.
Brian wants to get Dan there, but he's trying to consider how to do that because he's got blind Loran and then Saraza and Neff in the cage.
So, I heard what you were saying to Jaral earlier. And I believe you want us to have the tome. You were so willing to let Jaral have it, so I think you'll give it to us too, won't you?
If it was stolen before, what's to say it won't be stolen again?
It will not be stolen again. Do you believe you could protect it better than anyone else? Say, the entire Drow assembly?
No.
Then I believe you know where it is safest. So we have a truce? Good. She can leave. And you see Vishar pushes Bluey out of the magical circle. Bluey, you feel yourself get shoved. Make a dexterity check, please.
Okay.
With disadvantage because you're blind. You are blind, just so you know.
Alright. Just a general dex.
With disadvantage.
That's 13.
13. You stumble, but you manage to catch yourself. I think you kind of like use the hilt of your sword to kind of give yourself something to hold on to. But you are sort of blinded and stumbled and out in the open. You don't feel anything on you or anything around you.
Can Slia put a hand on Bluey and cast Cure Wounds to try and
Yes.
spur on any of that healing?
For sure. Bluey, can you please roll a D100? A D100
Okay.
at these two bad boys.
I happen to get 2 from the same set. Cool.
Hey up.
Okay. 73.
Yep. Okay. Your vision begins to slowly clarify and return to you.
And you get 10 HP back.
You get 10 HP back.
Thank you.
So, we have our truce. Now, there's something else we want. 2 things, in specifically. We will bring back the traitors Karul and Jural. And they will be tried by our courts.
No. I want to get down there. Can I?
Sure.
Can I polymorph Loran?
Into?
A cat?
Yeah, that's cute. You polymorph Ryan into a blind ginger cat. And he, you know how I used to, I had Roppy on my shoulders like a scarf? That's
Oh,
how he
wow.
sits on your shoulder. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Brian's gonna
Okay.
climb down with Loran.
Okay, make a dex check just really quickly for me, just to see how quickly you get there.
17 plus
38.
plus 1. 18.
18, yep, that's fine. I think you get down there in about a minute. So Sinestre is waiting, and Slya behind you. You hear Brian beginning to descend.
If he returned the book, he would still be.
He betrayed us, so he must face the consequences. I was hoping to give him a quick death today, but he got away. So I suppose he'll have to face something a bit more painful. Isn't that good?
Slia's remembering being stabbed and just like,
What painful?
you could have not wasted your time on me, but whatever.
Are you? So you're remembering that a second? Let me roll an insight check. Do. She kind of frowns. Are you sad that I stabbed you first?
No.
Good. Sadness is weakness.
It just doesn't make sense.
Really? Perhaps by your standards of what makes sense, it doesn't.
If your aim was to kill Jural,
Hmm.
just seems misplaced.
The aim was always, has always been, to get the book. I have some, I will admit, personal connection with you. Your family is my family, after all. But that matters not. That stab was simply cathartic. And good planning from my end, I believe. If I could take out as many people who wanted the book, then more likely I would be the one who want to get it at the end.
I never wanted it.
But your allies did. If, say, this man, and she points up to Brian.
Am I with Slia yet, or am I still climbing?
You are just approaching. And I think you're probably right behind her now. If, say, this man had gotten a hold of it, I believe that You would not have wrestled it from him to hand it over to your... Would you have given it to him freely? She looks up at you. You All-Star.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear what she was asking.
She said, would you have given it freely to Jarrell?
Maybe eventually. He does not like Sinestra, I think it's quite clear.
Eventually, but not today. We need the book back. It is ours by right.
You haven't really endeared yourself to us.
And I can say the same to you. But we appear to have a common aim. We all want the book, and we don't want to see it in the hands of Karul. And if my guess is right, I don't actually think you want it either, seeing as you just said that to me. She points to you, Slya. So, you don't want Karul to have it. You don't want Jarrell to have it, and you don't want it. So, you must want us to take it home where it belongs.
Who's she directing that one at?
Just the general area, the general room.
I'll stand beside Slya.
Slya edges herself in front of Brian.
Do not worry, we will not attack. I think we've made that very clear. It's not in our interests. Not anymore.
Now that Sobek is gone, honestly, this seems like the second best option, says to Slya.
A little bit more of like the tension in her shoulders just kind of relaxes.
Do you have any idea of how we would get it back from whatever took it? Because that wasn't Ender.
No, it wasn't. We know who it was. Would you like to know?
Quite.
Have you ever heard of an arcanist named Elijah Ashun? There's a great market these days in securing bodies for lost souls who went before their time. It appears that no matter where you look, there is someone not willing to look their grief and move on. So we naturally were interested in what we might be able to learn should we reach out to some contacts of ours, necromancers. They told us we'd need a body. Sadly, there are a lot of things that Elijah did and precautions he set up, which were changed when Ender took over whatever his sort of position became. I believe it was a bit frivolous by the end. We needed Ender's body too, so that we could access, say, the lab. Anyway, once we had Ender's body, it was simply a matter of securing the soul, and the rest is history.
You put the father's soul into the son's body.
He was quite complicit. I think he enjoyed the adventure of it all.
It's disgusting.
Sorry? What did she
There we
say
go.
again?
Oh, how could he? How could he do that? Like,
By the end, we were dealing with some unique magics. Of course, we simply went along because we needed them to get to you, to get to the book. As much as we are strong, she looks up to Vishal, and as much as we are powerful, divination, mind reading, teleportation, These things, while we can do them, aren't our forte. So there were disadvantages for us two going on our own. Feyren was just dead weight by the end. She was... Anyway, irrelevant now. But Jural and Karul gave us access to methods and things which we did not have before. So we made use of them.
Did you not question why Tal'Shiri would be interested in the Tome of Absolution?
Of course we did. Did you ever believe we intended to let him have it?
Honestly,
So
no.
he kind of smiles at that just a little bit.
There's a long history to this search. The manner in which we came into working with Karul is unique. And it's complicated. But, like I said, back then, we were more willing to trust Jural, the little that we did. And Karul, back then, did something which made us believe he also could be trusted. And then over time, we slowly believed this was not the case.
What did he do? Jinx.
Jinx again. Mental synchronization can have no other explanation. I'm breaking the tension with a song. I'm just gonna look at my time.
Sorry.
Is that relevant now? Truly? If you want to know, we'll tell you, but... Well,
We asked, we obviously want to know.
well, we were attacked on the road. And Karul stepped in to help. There's more to it, but that's the basics of it.
How long ago?
A long time ago.
Can I do an insight check on this?
Yeah.
Okay, that is... $22.
She kind of looks and sees your like distrustful eyes. Well, okay, I'll be more honest with you. We were doing the attacking originally, but still. Jumped in to help.
Sorry?
He jumped in to help.
Emma, you're lagging again.
Yeah.
He jumped in to help, is what she said.
Should we change that to Japan, or have we found that it doesn't make a difference?
I think it's just turning the camera on and off that fixes it.
Mm-hmm. So are we here to trade backstories, or are we here to make a plan?
I'm not giving you Karul, but we can help you get the tome.
And Jural?
It's not mine to give.
Then he's ours to take. All right then. I believe we have a solution. Can we trust you?
As long as we can trust you.
Can I get out one of my healing potions and give it to Sinestre?
Slya's just gonna kind of hold up her hand and she'll do a mass cure wounds. Wait, oh, it won't affect them, will it?
Let me check and see.
Because if it won't let the magic through, yeah. Never mind. Never mind. We will retract that because Leah knows how the magic circle works.
Yes. I'm just gonna turn my light on a little bit more.
But also, like, as soon as Ed is back now, I will ask to do like a.
Back under Kotatsu.
This is taking some
Okay.
interesting
I'm
twists.
back under the
People are
Kotatsu.
doing.
Life is good again.
Cool.
Okay. This is kind of better.
So
All right.
Can I give?
You want to give it?
Yeah. One.
Okay. So, fun facts for fabulous fiends. Bluey, as you sort of reach over the sort of threshold of the circle to give the healing potion back, you actually are able to pass through and pass the healing spell over. And Vishar takes it. Thank you. This is
And-
poison.
It's a healing potion.
Huh.
Could I also
Chugs
look
it.
around? Could I look around the rest of our group and be
Yep.
like, who needs a potion the most? Who? I don't
You
know.
see around you.
Can I do a check?
All-Star and Sly are standing near you. There is a cat over All-Star's shoulder. Shu and Courage is standing there like as the giant elk, and like proper dramatic, like, oh my gosh, if he could, he'd have a hand like this, like, oh my god. But he's a giant elk. And then you see up on the top of the bookshelf, still in a force cage, Neff and Saraza, who have
Can I send
way of-
Shu up to them?
yeah to do what?
Moral support?
Moral support. Yes, I'll allow this. You kind of go over and you pat Shu on the shoulder and you tell her.
Moral support.
She hums and flies up.
Can I do an Arcana check to know about how much longer we have left on that force cage?
Yep.
I'm doing pretty badly. Oh, I'm doing okay actually. 2/3.
Okay.
Okay, so 25.
About 45 minutes left.
Where's
So-
Paris?
It's a good question. Where is Paris?
Yeah.
Do a perception check.
Yeah, make a perception check.
15. That was a really bad roll.
15. You look around and you can't see anything.
Actually, with my recently repaired vision, could I also just have a look around, just while I'm in the cage, just looking around while all this is going on?
Frame of vantage point? Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
All right, with disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Neither of these were very good. That's a. Let's see, where's my perception modifier? That's a 9.
9. Nope. You don't see anything.
We've only been an 11 otherwise.
Can I ask Sinestre? Where's Neff's friend Paris?
Believe he is still here. But we split up in preparation for you, so we'll have to find him. We'll have to find him.
Well, we have some time before Jarell's spell
Alright.
wears.
Well then,
Could I?
just use it. Go for it, Bluey.
Could I go up to Neff and Sarah's are in the cage and try and pass through bars? Be like, "Meh."
I don't know. Let me look. Force cage.
Depends on how
There's a curve.
big the bottle is. I
person
think it's like
in
a
this
kind of
game.
1-inch
Force
gap.
Well, I was gonna like sneak out in wild shape, but then I looked that up and you can't actually do that. So I think it's like magical only.
You can't. Yeah, you can't wild shape to get out.
But it's
I
up to
don't
me.
think you can reach through.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Can I smash the glass and it? No.
we need like a straw.
I won't waste. I
Can't,
won't waste
no.
it.
Hold on, maybe I have some equipment that could make this better. Probably not. I have several keys.
Just sit tight.
Yeah.
Sarazer is also sitting there, and he's just staring down daggers at Sinestra and Vashar.
Wait,
But
isn't...
he's
Oh, no,
being
fine.
very silent. He's very silent. He is okay. He is.
Sarazer, how are you feeling?
It all started when I was born.
I'm not really feeling right now. I just need to do something. Anything.
Okay. If there's anything I can help with, let me know. But
No,
I'll let you stew in your
no.
concentration.
He's like you can see him like holding back from hitting the side of the cage again. You know that Sarazer's favorite thing is not being able to take action. So.
Okay, noted. I'm just gonna kind of like watch over him. I'll kind of like pat his shoulder, like, but I can't do anything, I guess.
Right, so
Paris search party.
Paris search party, let's go. So, Paris search party, who's looking?
I want to take Slaya's hand and not let go.
Okay.
Slaya probably wouldn't have gotten up. She was just gonna sit there and just stare at her aunt for a minute.
Brian like tugs, like, come on, up. After like 30 seconds.
All right. Would you like me to come with you? Family bonding.
Sure.
I mean, if Paris sees you two,
Maybe Paris shouldn't see.
Oh, maybe he should see someone else then. And she kind of pulls her hands over her head, and you see the visage of Kira return. Something you haven't seen in a very long time. Is this better? I can still get into character.
Strange. Okay, let's go. Brian starts walking.
And she's...
wait, should I like guard Neff, Sarazer, Loran?
Actually, the cat is Loran.
The cat's able to guard?
The cat that Brian has. Blind Loran is a cat now.
Yeah.
How can I help in this endeavor?
Oh,
Louis,
Take
as you're
courage.
looking to guard Loran and whatnot, looking for him, you see Courage appear behind you as a giant elk. He's huge.
May could you just keep an eye out, make sure nothing happens to these three?
By my life, nothing shall happen to them.
I'm taking the cat with me.
Thank you.
Okay. You see, Neff, you see this giant elk beginning to towards you, and every time they step, there's just a rumble from the ceiling, and then like a little bit more dust falls.
Oh my.
And
Ooh.
you watch them begin to try and clamber up the bookshelf as the elk, and it's very disconcerting. Every now and again, you'll just see like a like a horn and like a hoof, but it's not working. So
Courage.
yeah, yes,
Maybe transform back. Can you do that?
I can. I'll be incredibly weak once more. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Say.
I'll be incredibly weak. Quick, click OK to confirm it.
And perches on top of the force gauge. Leans down.
I
I'm here to protect the both of you.
I can't understand what you're saying, but I appreciate your presence here.
Shall I try again in a different language?
I don't think I speak any languages there.
No, you can't.
Neff appreciates your presence.
Good. Powerful.
He says good.
Okay, cool.
Sarazen says I can translate if that means I can help in any way. Okay, Paris.
That would be cool.
Search party.
Wait, before we go, can I ask Slya one
Yes.
question?
Mm.
Do you have the capability to heal still?
A little bit.
I got this.
It's more like, can you do cure wounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do Cure Wounds for the first level.
Mhm.
I have no second level,
Okay.
no third level, 1/4, 1/5, 1/7.
Darkness. Okay. Brian's gonna put the cat down, transform it back into Loran, and be like, "Can you fix this?"
I can try. She'll do a Cure Wounds first level on Loran.
Okay. You attempt a Cure Wounds first level on Loran. 91. You watch as his vision begins to clarify.
Same one.
I did not like that. Oh, look, it's Kira. Hello. And she raises her hand like, hi. And Loran turns over and looks at you, Brian, and says, this is very weird. I'm not a fan. But hey, let's do it anyway.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great moment.
So, right then, I'm going to establish where everyone is on this map so that I can tell you when you see Paris. If you
Slaya looks like she might be more upset to see Kira than her aunt.
She was also up on the bookshelf, yes. Okay, there's enough space there.
Where is
Just enough
Vishar?
space. Bashar is still in the magical circle.
Oh, okay. Who
What would
made
you
the
like to
magical
do?
circle?
They,
Search.
you ask her? Do you ask her?
Well, I mean, because this is something I would know, but
Oh, they
I don't
drew
know.
a magical.
Yeah,
They drew a
they drew
circle.
the magical circle, yes.
Did they say why?
Protection.
Yeah, you can assume protection.
Okay.
All right, so you are beginning to look for Paris. How do you start your search? Where would you like to look? To remind you of the layout of this room, there are it's a pentagon with 5 corners in which in which there is a sphinx. Hang on. In each of which there is a sphinx. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Each corresponding to different, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Different subsects of the Sphinx religion. I'm really struggling with that today. So you can go and look at each of the bookshelves around there. You can go look at the central fountain area, which you didn't see. There's a lot you can do.
Can we scope out the immediate area first?
Sure. Make a perception check. You are.
Can I go at the
bear
front
in
like a
mind-
periscope?
Sure thing. Bear in mind that there is a lot of places you simply can't see, so failing one perception check might not mean he's not in the area. It just means you need to readjust your. So let's find Paris. Make a perception check, please, Brian.
Could I turn the
19.
gem on?
You've used the gem already, or is there more charges left?
There's more charges.
Okay.
So, gem on.
Okay. Interestingly, whose passive perception is above 16? No,
Me.
not even 16. Probably 14.
Yeah.
14.
Everyone.
Yay.
Everyone. Okay, cool. You notice that when you put on the gem and the light begins to shed, both Vishar and Sinestre appear to be less concerned with the light than they were when you used to turn on those spells, daylight and whatnot. As if they are unaffected by the change.
Yeah.
So, with the way ahead of you lit, Brian and whoever else would like to make a perception check, mate.
I rolled a 19. Just surprisingly a bad roll.
Yep. Anybody else looking?
22.
Sweet! Nice, Bluey. Anyone else looking?
Honestly, Slaya's
Slaya?
just focused on Kira and looks like she might have more questions.
Okay. When you look back at Vashara, actually, they have also changed. She has also changed. Constance, Furbolg. Right, so you, Bluey, look around. You see Brian is sort of like looking very intently at one area in particular, dead straight ahead of them, but you have a better vantage point on this newly opened, broken down bookshelf area, which Courage tipped over earlier. And you kind of get the feeling that you maybe heard something down that way rather than along this corridor.
I think I heard something. Over near the fallen bookshelf.
Mhm.
Oh, go
Brian
over
swivels his periscope and goes that way.
there.
Okay. All right, you all begin to move towards that area. You see in front of you directly a huge fallen rock, and you look up at the ceiling, and it's just been like fallen down. You can't tell quite how long ago this part of the temple collapsed, but past it you see. And here in this sort of section of the temple, the further you get in, the more precarious the structure seems to become. The previous part of the library that you were in seemed to be still functional to a certain extent. You'd think that maybe it would be more damaged considering how much time has passed since it was last used. But this area is very dilapidated. There is a staircase to your left that goes up. It is wide enough for like 4 of you to walk abreast. Or you can go to the left where there are some diagonal bookshelves leading into the area concerning the Temple of Death. Or there is a chasm of rock which you can put your way through. 3 options. What would you like to choose? Staircase, chasm of rock, Temple of Death section.
Staircase looks safe, like the safest.
Can I do a perception check to see which one would be the safest?
Yes. Make a perception. I'd say investigation on each of the 3 elements. So the staircase, the chasm, bookshelves.
So 3 investigation checks.
Yep. So start with whichever one you
I'll
want to start with
I'll roll
first.
3.
Roll one at a time so that I can explain each one, and then we
Okay.
can. Yep. So but first, Slya, just hold on to that thought, and I will get back to you in a second.
First one's a 13.
13 for the staircase. It looks fairly safe, but this whole structure is a bit questionable, so you can't be 100% sure. Before you roll your next one, I'll just quickly cut into Aelin. So Aelin, never mind. So next one, chasm, I'm assuming, because
Chasm?
that's the next. Yep, that would be next in your line of sight.
That one's a 21.
21. This looks very precarious. You sense that a step in the wrong direction could cause a whole pile of rubble to come cascading down. Dangerous, but just because it's dangerous doesn't rule out the fact Paris could be down there.
Mm-hmm. And last one is the
Temple of Death bookshelves. Investigation check, please.
11 plus 3, 14.
14. Similarly to the staircase, it's a bit hard to tell, but if you wanted a safe option, this is probably the best because the bookshelves that you were in last time seem to be fairly secure, although these are narrower. There is more information here for whatever is being held. Yep.
I want to ask Sinestre, is he in a state where he can respond?
If we say his name.
That depends on his will to live, I believe.
Bluey, you probably have the loudest voice. Would you mind just calling?
Okay. Before we get to that, Aelin, what was it you wanted to do?
I was gonna see if I could attempt a survival check to see if we could look for footsteps or like traces of anybody having been through any of these areas.
Sure thing. Yes. Make a survival check, please. Also, yep, go on.
18 plus 9.
Very good. Looking up at the stairwell, you don't get the feeling that's been used in a very long time, and it does look the most dangerous of the 3. Then looking at the sort of chasm, you do see footsteps around that area, multiple, and they're all exiting the area. You don't see any sort of tracks going in. You see 2 sets of footsteps entering into the Temple of Death area and 1 set exiting.
Okay.
So,
we'll put that knowledge out there.
Try the bookshelves first, or and then see the.
Couldn't hurt to
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, can I do that loudly?
yes. Okay.
Yes! I hope you're alive.
You called out? Okay. So,
Is that a
listen.
performance check or something?
make a constitution check to see how loud you can get your voice.
A general
Constitution.
con.
A
Please
good
be
old
okay.
fashioned con.
Okay, 22.
22. Okay. You call out and you hear your echo. Paris! 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 And you swear you see a little fall of dust in front of you. The sound enough to sort of shake the room a little bit. You listen. For a while there's nothing. And then you hear about 30 seconds later, deep down in the bookshelves section, the sound of just a paper hitting the ground, like that was not it at all, like that kind of noise, muffled and very, very far away.
Okay. Could I just.
Quick walking.
Yeah.
Walking. Okay, good. You all begin to quick walk over there. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to pull back to Courage, Shu, Saraza, and Neff.
Hello.
Just you, Thomas. You begin to smell something acrid, and you've been kind of facing the other way this whole time, sort of engulfed by this conversation with Sinestra and Vishar, that you haven't been properly taking note of your surround. And you sense Shu beginning to grow a bit more restless, and you see Courage looking concernedly behind him, saying, "I do not believe this is normal." And Neff, you turn around and you see that the entire bookshelf before you is beginning to catch a light quickly, from where Loran threw a fireball earlier.
Loran.
No, it's over.
Loran.
Oh.
So there is a line of fire sort of beginning to catch the bottom of the bookshelf, and it's slowly rising. And there's a moment where you look over and you just see an ember from one book. And you watch it, and it lands on the ground. And you breathe a sigh of relief. And then there's a pop, a crackle of heat, and it bounces and lands onto your own bookshelf. And slowly you see one book just beginning to glow.
Can I try to use thaumaturgy to create a gust of wind to blow the ember away before it touches the bookshelf if I see it coming?
It's already touched the bookshelf.
No.
Can you attempt? You can thaumaturgy snuff a flame?
I can dim lights. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can use it to actually. I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color.
Wait.
So I'm gonna leave it up to you to decide whether I actually
If
can do it.
only I was there. Druid craft.
So as you begin to attempt to use, I think you try and use it anyway. And the moment your magic hits the edge, it just bounces right back. There's nothing you can do.
Sarah,
Force gauge.
Courage,
Courage is here.
Do you? I don't. Okay, I don't know.
I do see this indeed.
Okay, can just go over. Can you make sure the flame does not spread to the best of your abilities?
I can.
Shoes also there.
Just move the ember first, and we'll deal with the flames as they come.
Okay.
Can I look around for
The
shoes?
bookshelf is already aflame.
Oh my god!
Send Shu.
Okay, can I look for Shu?
Help! Call for help! Oh my gosh, please!
Might not
so
hear it.
So
Kasuke
you guys have
Shu
made it a
senpai!
significant distance away from your original starting point. In your search for Paris, I would say you've gone about 200 feet, maybe 100, maybe more away, and you're beginning to make your way down these bookshelves towards this noise, the sound of this paper that has hit the ground. And I will need you to make another perception check, please.
18.
Oh,
Rolling badly today.
Oh gosh, Slyer, sorry, and Bluey, you both should have been making perception checks because they're based on sight with.
yeah, I've been doing.
Oh, disadvantage?
Yeah, because you were recovering
disadvantage.
from the blindness. Because you've been covering from the blindness.
Oh, well, I hope I don't roll a nat one because that's the
Yeah.
only way it can get worse. Okay, good. That's an 8.
Okay,
15 in both times.
cool. Okay. And Brian,
18.
18. Okay.
Surprisingly very bad roll.
And
was an 8.
Vishal? I will roll for Vishal. Natural 20. Great. Cool.
Cool.
Okay. Be good if she was rolling a stealth check, but here we are. So, as you begin to walk, Brian, you look around and you're the one who can be you're most attuned to where this noise came from, and you assume it's at the end of this bookshelf. As you approach, the bookshelf curves around, and there is a cut through.
Approach
And
with
that
caution.
cut through appears to lead into a wider, flatter area where you see a fountain in the middle. It's a fountain that has somewhat broken and sort of crumbled away. It used to be magnificent, you can tell. But water still just about trickles out of it, and there's sort of a brown, sort of rust-like sludge coming off of the side.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy. As you approach, you can see on the floor a book that has fallen, flat open. I just want to confirm, Neff.
Yes.
As the flames come closer and Courage is unable to do anything, what is your plan of action?
Move our cage away from the flames. as best
You
as we
cannot do this.
can. Oh my god.
Shu is- Send
Shoot.
Shu.
Where's Shu?
Shu is right next to you.
Okay. I'll turn to Shu. I don't know if my communication with Shu has to do with like animal handling or something, but I want to try communicate to Shu. We need help.
Yes, animal handling.
All right.
Make an animal handling check.
All right. Let's see. Can I get advantage from my experience with horses? No. Okay. I'm just...
No.
That is the best question you've
I
ever
just
asked.
wanted to bring that up again. I just wanted to put that back into your mind. It's 12.
12.
Shoo! 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 How's Cyrus doing? Is he like just chilling?
Sarah's are staring at the flame like,
Shu, I sent you for moral support, supervision. Go
Cyrus,
on.
I'm gonna.
Shu. You're my brother's son.
Flames just.
Please help us. And what do you say to Shu to attempt to get some reaction out of her?
Get Brian, get All-Star.
Okay, I
She's
want you
like,
to make
"What's a
another animal
Brian?"
handling check, and you're going to make one along with Sarah's. So you can roll it with advantage,
Oh,
or you
okay.
can ask Sarah's to roll as well. Well, you don't ask Sarah's to roll, but or Sarah's could roll.
Sarzar, could you please roll from no? I'll roll with advantage. That can't be bad. That's
Okay.
gonna be good. Come on, dice.
Don't ever say it can't be bad.
Oh no! I tricked myself. One of those was a nat 1, and one of them was a 6. So it's a nat 1.
One of them was a what? Advantage.
Advantage.
It was with advantage.
Oh.
Now, oh wait, advantage. Oh right. Wait, I think the higher of the two numbers. That's how that
That's
works.
what advantage means.
Oh, okay, it's a 9.
Okay. Shu kind of like their ears perk up at Brian, and they look around.
Can I like to where they left?
Wings unfurl. Shu flies down and lands where Brian sits.
Wait, and sits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay,
Okay.
hold on. What do I have? Hold on. I think I can. Oh, I have a half-eaten lunch in my inventory.
This is great.
Can I?
Oh my god!
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I have a folding fan on me, and
You're not
you
there.
can't have it.
I can.
You can't have it.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
not- I have a folding fan on me, and you can't have it.
Can I try lure Shu over to the cage again?
Does Cass's carved stone
Unfortunately-
gift do anything?
Nope.
To quell
Fun.
flame?
It was a fun little gift.
Mhm.
No, so you begin to wave the food, but because of the nature of the spell and the fact that there's so much smoke, there is not a lot that is going to attract.
Okay, I've got another idea. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to boom
Uh-huh.
as loudly as I can.
That's
And just
Okay.
go, help, there's a fire!
Okay, so here's what happens because of the spell. As you use this, you go, help, there's a fire! I wanted to be loud in case I knew there was an actual fire. And it immediately, the sound waves, boosted by magic, bounce right back off of the cage and into your eardrums. And they're like, ah! And Cyrus was like, ah! And there was a moment where you are completely deafened by your own voice. Let's pop back to
Wow, is that what I
the
sound
The
like?
flames grow, and you get the feeling that there's not going to be a lot of air left soon.
So,
everyone else.
Can we smell this? Is this...
Christ.
Oh, you're too far away by now.
Well,
didn't
guys,
feel
it's been
did I
fun
feel
playing this
courage to come
campaign.
for me? Like,
No.
or not quite. Damn it!
You told Courage to go and sit with Neff on the
and
cage.
keep them safe.
Hi. Yes.
Is Bashar still in like the magic circle by them, or
Nope.
Wait.
She came with you.
okay?
can
So
cast
we
it.
have both of them.
Yep.
I'm gonna yell at Courage to go get Bluey next to
Cool.
the
I
chance.
just want to check something. Hold on.
Okay. So,
Shu can
Next.
cast message.
yes.
She's never used it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's something.
Okay. Well, when we get back to them next, we might be able to do some of that. So, next, you're by this fountain. The book is open on the floor, face down. You don't see Paris.
What book is it?
You just go up and look.
Yep.
Okay, you go and you pick up the book. It's just a random book, something to do with the Temple of Death.
Okay.
Could I yell again for Paris?
Just gonna say,
Sure.
Bluey, bit quieter this time. Points at the ceiling.
Okay, is there a way I can do well at yelling but not yelling so much?
If you can roll high on a con check, then you can be more controlled. Yeah,
Mention
make
my
your-
Neff's friends.
Okay.
I have met you before.
Um, 13. No. Yes, 13.
13. Okay, so
Paris, we're Neff's friends.
okay, it's a little bit louder than you hoped. There is a tiny trickle from the ceiling, but you look around. Everyone make a perception check with advantage,
Advantage.
except for Neff. Obviously, you're not there.
27.
13 again.
17.
38. I said, hey, what's up? Hello. I've got to stop. It's just so stuck in my head. Okay. All right. So, those of you who got higher than I'm gonna say 16 or higher, out of the corner of your eye, you see just a little bit of water shift as if it's been disturbed by something. A water that's puddled on the floor.
Paris, we're not going to hurt you. We're trying to leave this place.
There's a little bit more of a shift of water. Everyone, you can see this now.
Paris?
Water.
Okay, good. I'd like to go up. Maybe like noticeable, not quietly, like noticeably, like stomp around, so it's not like surprising, you know.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
There's Bluey, there's Brian, Ulster, is Slya.
Okay. You begin to approach him. You can't see, but you're assuming where he is. How close do you get to where you saw this?
Maybe within like 2 feet or something.
Okay.
Hello, Puddle. Is it you, Paris?
Hello, Puddle.
Hello, Paddle. Is that you, Paris? Okay.
Sounds like a poem.
You feel the sort of water at your feet beginning to slowly push closer, and so it begins to lap at your toes, and you get the impression that if this is him, he's right by you. And you feel something like the flat of a palm touch the side of your leg. So okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if I was like, can I lick the palm? No. Inspect invisible.
Oh wait, before we do anything else, I want to put the locket inside Brian's shirt so Carol, if he's in
Okay,
there,
but
can't
first-
see anything.
Okay, well that'll be happening after this already.
Okay.
You didn't do that before, so he's seen everything up until this point.
Yep.
And he's seeing what's about to happen as well. Once this action is complete, because I've already rolled the dice, then you can do that. All right, let me just check one thing, because Bluey, I need to check your armor class.
It's 18.
It's 18. Meets it, beats it. Okay. You take.
What?
I need more d10s. I need more d10s.
Oh. Yep.
Paris! If it is Paris.
Who knew I might be calling into the stopping me from
9,
failing a death save maybe today.
17, 24.
What are you on?
I'll 70.
28 points of damage
Oh,
as
whatever.
you feel the veins on your leg begin to like raise up and burst, and there is just blood pouring on your. It hurt.
Oh wait,
and
no,
there was
I
just
just
blood
healed.
pouring on your
Whoops,
clothes.
28 damage, and I'll 28 damage again. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well,
Oh.
okay. Paris, what?
Can I ask
And
never mind.
at that, you see a hand appear right by your arm, right by your leg, slowly shifting into dark skin, completely tattered, blood-stained robes. Formerly the colours you'd expect of a Temple of Abundance worker, now a deep crimson. He looks physically perfectly fine, but there is something about his expression. It's wide, it's a blank, and his eyes are just staring off the distance. There's a slight twitch to his right eye, a tremble of his lip, and he's been chewing it like this. And he's just staring blankly ahead of him. He doesn't even turn to look. And just, you see Paris on the floor in front of you.
Question for the gang: should I try and grapple him?
He is, I will tell you now, he is restrained, and he's also tied up with a piece of thread around his chest that you recognize. It's all just tight enough to look very uncomfortable, and the restraints are obviously very strong.
I'm gonna risk it and run forward, try to untie him.
Okay. You rush forward and attempt to untie him. Are you being careful about this at all? Are
Yeah,
you just going?
Careful.
Okay.
I'm not
so
sure.
make
I
it.
can't. Not sure the injuries.
He doesn't struggle.
Just.
As you go up to him, make a dexterity check with advantage, just to sort of avoid where you know he might be able to hit you.
Natural. That was a great roll. One was an 18. One was a natural 20. 21.
Okay. Cool. So you managed to avoid his hand. The only signal you're getting that he is responding to you being there is the fact that every now and again his hand twitches as he feels your arm brush by, as though he's attempting to touch and grab you. But you manage to pull away every time. And he's just staring blankly ahead of him. He's not even blinking.
As I do this, can I briefly look at Sinestro and say, "What did you do to him?"
Oh, that wasn't us. That was Coral.
What happened?
What's wrong with him?
Well, okay. We needed him to get inside, so we gave him a reason to let us in.
What does Coral's hourglass do?
Just takes things back a little bit.
Angry react keeps untying Paris.
Could I second wind myself?
Yep.
That's okay. Okay, cool.
That's fine.
Thank you. Actually, that's the same DC.
Okay, back to Neff. Neff, I need you to make a Constitution check. Same with Saraza.
All right, let's make a
Oh,
Constitution check.
And
Ooh.
same with Courage. And well, actually, no, Shu has moved up.
Oh no! All right.
Ooh, good.
that's-
Saraza got a natural 20. Courage got a 7. Oh no, Courage got a 7.
I got a 5.
A 5.
Courage dies.
Well, no, that's...
Can I yell to
Okay.
Courage? After my
So,
check of 5.
You take 6 points of fire damage as you breathe in acrid smoke filtering through the bars. And so does Courage, and Courage immediately looks terrible.
Okay, I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Courage. Wait, no, sorry.
Okay, you
I
cast
can't.
the spell and it
I have to do
bounces
healing word.
back.
Oh, I
Did
can't
you
do
kill
that.
yourself?
Right.
I'm afraid you waste the spell slot.
It's wasted.
You cast a spell and it just fizzles out as it meets the force gauge. Courage can fly, Thomas. I just wanted to put that one out there.
Courage. If you can understand
you
me.
can't communicate with him.
Sarazo can.
Sarazo can.
Wait, he doesn't understand Common.
No, he understands Draconic and Sylvan.
Ah, okay, I was under the impression that he
You
could
hear
understand us.
Sarazo
but
begin to
okay.
say something in Sylvan as he coughs through the smoke, which is beginning to fill in your cage.
Alright, I'll trust that he's
All
making
right.
the correct call in what he's discussing.
Okay, and you watch Courage go, I can certainly do this for you! And he begins to and flutter. Everyone else, as you're beginning to untie Paris and get him to his feet, he needs support. He cannot stand on his own. So who
Okay,
is Courage?
Strong.
Vashar puts a hand up and pulls one hand of his over his shoulder, and then she pulls you over Bluey to help.
Wait,
Vashar is super beefy.
If Vashar's got Paris on her shoulder, where does
The other arm, like
oh,
two.
like you know, yeah, okay, right,
Mm.
okay, good.
Double
good,
crutch.
good. Okay, yes.
Double crutch. Okay.
It's like,
Paris
please
kind of
don't
like
attack me
trembling
again.
the entire time. He is no longer attacking. It seems that there is an element of intimidation in Vashar's tactic of taking hold of him with one arm and having you hold him by the other. As you are maneuvering Paris away and beginning to make your way back to the towards the bookshelves where you fought Karul, you hear a friends, where are you, friends? In Sylvan.
Oi.
Courage.
Ah! Bluey! And Bluey, Courage lands on your shoulder and says, "Ah, yes, a new friend. Very good." And then in Sylvan, he turns to and he says, "Hello, Brian!
Hello,
We
Courage.
attempted to send your good
look
friend
awful.
Shu over." Yes, I feel awful as well. We attempted to send your good friend Shu over to pass on a message, but it was impossible for us. So I have come in her stead to deliver this message of great importance upon to you, Brian.
Yes.
Can I please depart this message upon to you?
Please, yes.
The bookshelves are on fire and Sarazar and Neff are suffocating. Speak.
Shit. Brian starts running.
Slya, who also
Loran.
speaks Sylvan, is running.
Loran, who
Okay.
also speaks Sylvan, is like, "Oh no, I did bad," and starts running. I can't be more tragic than Sarazar. If I kill my brother, I'm that.
Wait, that'll cut out, no.
Look, you hear Loran say, "I can't be more tragic than Sarazar. If I kill, getting in territory."
That's cutting
No,
out at
we
the
got
end.
out
It keeps cutting out.
Ah! Okay. It says, Loran says, "I can't be more tragic than my brother. If I kill Sarazar, then I'm stepping into that territory." Did you not hear it again?
No, we
We
heard
did
it. We
hear
heard
that
it. We
time.
heard it.
Good,
Also,
okay.
maybe redo your camera again. Sorry.
Okay.
For the sake
So-
of the recording.
Yeah. Can you guys see my Yuri on Ice poster in the background? It's in the
Yeah.
top.
Oh,
it's
yes.
all cute.
It's good.
Just there. Yeah. Anyway, so you begin rushing forwards. Neff, I'm going to need you to make another Constitution check,
All right.
and this time Shu will be making one as the smoke begins to spread.
Come on.
Ooh, Sarazar, no.
Oh, this is better. All right, 18.
18, 30. Nope. Ooh, 8 points. Shu takes 8 points of fire damage, and so does
Shoot.
Sarazar.
No.
Okay. Sarazar still looks okay.
I have like no spell slots left.
Oh, wait. Nope, Sarazar takes 12.
Two.
13 points.
I have 4 spell slots left at various levels.
Okay. What's 106 minus 14?
92.
90.
2. 92.
8. No, 2.
92,
Yes.
92.
92.
Okay. Right, so
92.
you begin to rush over and you see there is a red glow from the other side of the bookshelves where you see Neff and Saraz's force cage. What do you do?
Can we yell yeet to death?
You can. All right.
But,
Yeet. Okay,
but
Neff.
how will Neff do a thing if.
Word
I
of
mean,
recall, 6th
okay.
level, and I'm gonna grab
What?
onto. I'm gonna grab onto.
You cast Word of Recall?
Yeah.
But where are you going to go?
To
What?
Melturn, I think. Right? Wait, no. To Whitecliff Castle. Sorry.
What?
Okay.
Cliff.
Um,
Neff? I'm sorry?
Word of Recall, I need to just check real quick.
I've now casted.
Why can't this bloody work? Oh my gosh. Imagine us going to a prayer. How weird is that? Word of Recall.
I mean, we can get you from the Feywild. Just bring you over.
Okay.
What the hizzy heck?
Ooh.
Oh.
Neff. Okay, do you do this? I
I've-
need you to make a charisma save
All right, let's do it.
to see if you can do it.
Charisma save. Oh, I'm okay. This is a good skill for me. Please,
Come on,
dice,
Jeff.
please. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. That's a 25. Oh,
Yes!
Okay.
oh.
So you, Brian, Neff,
What?
Bluey,
What?
I'm-
No, 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 no.
Luke,
It's,
No.
Loran.
No.
No, it's just
Neff
the
can
people who are
only-
5 feet within 5 feet of
Just
her.
Neff and Cyrus.
Ah, it's just Neff and Sarah.
Blue would have
And on
been
top of
whipping
the,
with.
even then,
That's why I'm flipping out. Not again. Why couldn't you try and put out the fire?
We don't have time for that, Bluey.
That means we're gonna have to gather Shoe and then Courage, and then everybody takes hands, and then we're just going straight to the Feywild,
Yeah.
right?
And then we'll collect them. We'll ask Serena or
Whitecliff,
Leander
though.
to get them Whitecliff. It's not that big a deal.
And we're also taking the 2 drow.
No.
We kind of have to because one of them is supporting Paris.
Yep, one of them has a
But-
hold on Paris.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, but we
are
don't have to do
There's-
this.
there's
Blue
no-
and,
There's no way we can go without them at this point.
No, we
are
can.
Blue
We
and
can. We
Vashar
take Paris
there
off the track.
by the time this happens? Because they can't like run, can
by
they?
the way, Emma, I'm sorry.
They can't run.
Emma,
So,
Please,
first
let
of
us-
all, Sarah's also has to make a charisma save, I think, to leave.
Does he? Dang.
Oh, I think he also
Does
has to
he?
be willing.
What is happening?
because he didn't cast the spell, right?
I think if it's fine anyway. He rolls a 15. He's what does he want to do?
Yeah,
Yes,
he has to be
Sarah.
willing for it to work. If he doesn't want to leave,
He's gonna
won't.
die.
He won't work on him.
If he doesn't leave, he'll die in the cage.
'Cause the, thing,
Neff's
the,
leaving.
But he also
the funny thing is, I can't
Neff.
make him go. He has to want to
Neff.
go.
Yeah.
Neff. Yes, Neff. Neff is the one. Neff is the one he will go with. Neff will. Yes. So Sarah's also plops out of existence before your eyes, and anyway, so
That was adorable.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I'll see it on the recording. Neff and Sarah, where do you go?
So I think we set it up in the backyard.
Oh, cool. Okay, hang on. Let me just get down here too. Neff and Sarah, where do you go?
I think I set up like a makeshift kind of temple. Oh my god, Emma.
Yep.
I think I set up a makeshift temple in like the gardens at Whitecliff Castle outside while we were there.
You did. I can DM from down here. Wow.
Wah.
So, as you... This is a whole new realm of shit I did not plan for, but I know what's happening there. So. Okay. You appear, falling onto your hands and knees. Sarah's tumbling behind you, putting a hand instinctively on your collar to pull you back up as he lands, much more dexterously than you. And you look around, and you're in Whitecliff Castle.
Oh, it's been a while.
There is snow falling. It's overcast and grey, and there's nobody around you, as you can see, as far as you can see.
Can we go knock on the door?
Sure. You are inside the castle, but where do you want to knock?
Ready.
I just wanna I wanna go in and ask if I can borrow a bed.
Okay, so you
Just wait
take
for-
a step inside. Let me go find my Whitecliff Castle notes.
I'm just gonna ask if we can just snooze away until the others come for us or something, or until we get a message. Also, Soz, I have the tablet with me, by the way.
This is fine. Oh shit, you do. Why is it when I typed in Whitecliff Castle, the Monastery of Chuckle Brethren came up? What does that mean?
What?
What?
What does that mean? Oh well.
I
Okay,
forgot to add that to my inventory, actually. I need to put that in. +1 stone tablet.
so you make your way up the steps to the front of the castle, and you knock. And there is a moment, and then there is no reply.
There's no reply, did you say?
Yep, there's no reply.
Can I try to turn the doorknob?
You go immediately to the doorknob, and you actually see the door is open.
Oh, okay, I'll open it then. And I'll just kind
Okay.
of look around. Can I perception check?
You open the door. Inside is quite cold. There aren't any flames lit, any candles, anything like that.
Okay, I will roll to perceive.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 10.
10. You don't see or hear anyone in particular. You know this castle layout fairly well, though. So if you wanted to go and find people, you kind of know the places you'd go to.
Alright, I'll go to some place where there might be people.
Okay, so for Marlena, there were 3 places you saw her the most: out in the courtyard training, in the war room planning, or down in praying. For Merlin, you weren't as close with him, but he was usually sparring with Marlena in the infirmary, makeshift, or in, say, his private rooms. You don't necessarily know where those ones are. You never
Okay.
really saw him go in there. And then Frederick was in the war room often, and just walking the halls of the castle. If you wander around far enough, you could probably find one.
Okay, I'll walk around and like maybe check the war room or the courtyard. I'll just kind of wander around whatever's closest, and if there's nobody there, I'll move to the next place until I find somebody.
Okay. I think your feet naturally take you up to the sort of war room where you last, well, not last saw them, but where you used to sort of interface with them the most. They're not in there, but you know that there is a doorway which leads up onto the top of the outer wall of the castle, where you had your sad argument with. You feel like if you kind of walk along that perimeter, then you'll be able to find them, looking down inside. You begin to walk along the edge, and you see something in the distance.
Mm.
You see 3 little, just sort of like pips up above from the wall, right where the entrance to the door would be. Can't quite make out what they are from here.
I'll look to Sarazar. Shall we try go over there, maybe? I think there might be people, but I'm not quite sure.
Sarazar says, I think you shouldn't go over.
What makes you say that?
Stay here.
Okay. Are you
Sarazar
going?
goes ahead. Sarazar goes ahead.
Wait,
He walks about 50 meters, about 20, 30 feet before he stops. And he turns around and looks at you. We have to leave.
Okay.
It's not safe here.
Alright, where do we go?
I don't know.
Okay, I think alright.
Neff, make a perception check.
Alright, I'll make a perception check. Oh my god, where's my P perception? There's only like 20 things here. I have so much trouble finding it every time. Oh! 18.
Okay. 18. It's just enough to kind of get a look out. Neff. They could be people, but it's not all of them. It's just the heads. 3 heads. You see 2 short, white hair. One much smaller than the other, white hair.
Okay, alright, cool. That's a bit worrying. Okay, where do you want to... Maybe we shouldn't go over there, Sarazar. I don't think I want to see them up close. Unless you do. What do you want to do, Sarazar?
Fuck. Unless you do. Sarazar has already taken your arm and is turning you around and leading you back out the way you came.
Okay.
His first instinct is to take you to the stables, but when you get here, the horses are already dead. Died from starvation.
Alright. Maybe we shouldn't stay near any of these horses either.
The doorway is open. The sort of...
Can I Arcana check the horses?
They're dead.
I know. But maybe.
Yes, you can.
Never know. You never know. D20. I'm a bit frazzled now. Arcana. It's up here. Alright. That's pretty good. I wish I got this roll earlier. And this is 19.
When Lily comes back, she's gonna be so confused. Okay, so 19, very, very dead.
Very dead. Okay. So
Yep,
no
they've
magic
got
residue of
flies.
any kind.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
So, Sarazar says, we walk. Where's closest here? Melas or the Fang?
Do I know which one's closer? Can I roll something?
I have a fun little dandy map of a prayer, which you can have a look. These Melas and the Fang came to mind because of the places with teleportation access. There are other towns in between. He's more asking so you can get an idea of general direction.
Yep, I'm gonna use.
So,
okay. It's actually very good that we have the
I'll
stone
shoot that.
tablet now that I'm thinking about this.
Map of a prayer. I'll just have a little look for you. Open original.
I was
The
making
sunken-
matcha listening to that. Like,
Oh shit! Hello. Yes. So you know that. Yep. You haven't actually seen who the heads are yet.
I don't really want to. I don't want to go personal.
So the Melas is much closer than anything else.
To Melas it is.
Okay.
That one's the closest.
As you leave out of the front of the castle, there's sort of a morbid instinct that has you looking back, and you see that the heads here are, one is the gnome from the teleportation circle.
Oh no.
One is Merlin Winterbrand.
Oh no.
And the other is Marlena.
Oh no.
not Freddy though.
Not Frederick.
This is upsetting. Alright. Alright, cool.
I can't believe you killed Marlena, Emma.
What else could I do?
Coward.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my stone tablet and I'm gonna write meet you at Melas, Neff, and Sarazar. And then I'm gonna turn to Sarazar and say, hey, if you have any way of communicating with the others, maybe we should let them know that we'll meet them at Melas.
I don't.
Then I have to hope that they run into a stone.
Hang on a sec. And Sarazar turns around and goes back. And you wait about 5 minutes and you see him appear on the top of the walls and he takes down the heads.
Okay. Can I also send a message to Gelda with the stone as well? Because she probably received the message that I just sent.
You can.
Gelda, if you can, please message the others. She would have received the other one as well, so. Neff
Sure.
and Sarazar, I'll assign it.
Okay. Back in the good old-fashioned...
We don't have a
Yes.
tablet. It was just Neff and
It was just
Gelda.
Neff.
I
But Gelda
thought
might
there were
message
like...
us,
Yeah, I was
Okay.
under the impression that there were multiple
I think he was
tablets
doing
around
that
the
to
thing.
Gelda, weren't you? Rather than trying to get to the others.
Yeah, so that was the message, and then I sent afterwards to
Okay.
Gelda to send that
It's
to
like
you
a
guys.
roundabout text message.
Kind of, because I only have a few words per thing.
Okay. So next would be you wanted to go to the Feywild Plains.
Can we just call Shu out of the way of the fire so we can have a quick discussion?
Yes, you notice that Vashar and Sinestre are keeping a tight hold on Paris. And they are just waiting for you to continue your conversation. Shu flies next to you.
Can I turn to Vashar and
Okay.
Sinestre?
Mhm.
Give us Paris. We will continue our conversation later. We need to leave, but we'll continue.
How do you intend to leave?
We have ways where you cannot follow.
So you wish to leave us here?
Should we put out the fire?
Did you not have a way to leave? How did you
We
get in?
have a way to leave. You know how we got in. I was under the impression that we were working together. Are you under a different impression?
We're working together, but we're not friends.
Well then, if we're working together, I believe we do have to leave so that we can plan together.
Can I just count something?
Count how many people?
Yep. It's Loran, Bluey, Slia,
Without
Ryan.
Sarazar and Neff,
Shu,
the
Paris.
count should work. It should be 9 total.
Yep.
So he can do it, but they're going to the Feywild. I do not think you want to come where we are
I think
going.
we do. I think you underestimate how far we're willing to go to see through.
I'm going to look at Loran because I think he knows where Brian would take them.
Well, it's on to you. Over to you.
I'm going to say in Sylvan, it's your family.
They can handle them.
Slaya just nods at that because she can understand it.
Okay. Then let's leave. Brian gets out the component to do planar shift.
Good shit. I was definitely planning on going to the Feywild this session. Ah, yeah. Hey, Cass, how you doing? So, all right. So, you all stand together, clutching Paris, clutching hands, and Brian, you cast plane shift. And it's a similar feeling to the teleportation circle, except it's a lot smoother. Imagine going on the Shinkansen versus on the local line. It's a smooth.
Loran, you're the local line.
What the heck? Anyway,
Which one's which? One of
the
them
Shinkansen is nice and smooth. The local line is a little bit shaky. And
Okay.
I'm just checking to see if he can also do that. Where are his spells gone? Well, he's missing a spell sheet. But aren't we all? Oh, there it is. No, he can't do this. Lol. Teleportation circle is the best he can do. So, anyway.
Local line.
Where exactly do you teleport yourselves?
Close to the Dehane estate, if possible.
Okay. I think you aim for a certain point and then you roll to see how well you do. So let's look at plane shift. And then we're going to take a little break.
Might have changed someone's nickname.
Oh no.
Oh.
What is it?
Oh.
Local line? I like it. Plane shift is a long spell. You can up to 8 willing creatures who link hand circle or transported to a different plane of existence. You can specify a target destination in general terms such as day brassily on the plane. Appear on that destination, you are trying to reach. Okay. So, do you know a teleportation signal on the Feywild?
No, I got the component because I think you need one or the other. Let me just check.
No. You have the component, but I'm asking, do you want to, if you know a teleportation circle in the Feywild, you can
Feywild.
you can go straight there and you can be there, or I'll just tell you somewhere random where you appear.
The place where Loran brought us in the lavender fields, that wasn't a teleportation circle.
That was not a teleportation circle, no.
No, then he doesn't know.
Okay, then I'm going to choose. Let me think of all the places in the Feywild.
You appear in or near that destination.
Yep, but there's places in the vicinity of the Dehane estate. I'm just trying to think.
The waterfall. We fall.
Okay.
Straight into the court. Justice.
Straight into the spa. Straight into the spa.
So you all, I may have chosen one of these options that you've said to me. All of you feel yourself land and then go as you fall into water, and you hear the twanging of a guitar, like, holy shit! And you look over and you see Lila, like on a rock, just like leg up with like her foot on the shoulder of like a client, playing the lute, and
Lila.
they look at the client. They look as horrified as you are, and Lila is like,
This is the special services.
She looks down at the client and she says to them, I think you can get a refund if you leave now. and they nod, and then they begin to back away very slowly and sort of just phase out of existence, never to be seen again. Anyway, you
Hi,
are
Lila.
all. Hello. Hello. What the fuck are you doing in my hot spring?
Accident.
Right. Huh. Accident. And new friends? Furbolgs and elves and whatnot. Hello? And Vashar just is like,
Emma,
and Sineth,
redo your camera, sorry.
Yeah.
When you're doing the acting, I don't want you to be laggy, you know.
and Vashar is just like, and Sinistre is like, hello.
They're not very friendly.
No. No, they're not, are they? That's fun. Okay, so can I help you? And you guys are all just sort of floating in water. There's like soot beginning to like kind of trickle out, like some blood that was residue kind of on you is just kind of like sicking into the water, and she just like lifts her foot out, kind of disgusted, and puts it back onto the rock and is like, can I help you?
We duck underwater and like have a wash and then get out.
This guy's not doing too well. Do you have any sort of
healing? Oh, well, we
Yeah.
have a healer on site just in case any of our services go a little too far. I can summon them if you want.
Too far.
People. Anyway,
services?
I'll tell you about that another time. When you're not in destroying my happy place. So
Do that to a lot of people.
Oh, I'm sure you don't, darling. So yes, in theory, but you may have to pay. Is that okay?
Blue is gonna like get some of the gold out of her pocket and be like,
Okay, this'll do. Wait here, okay? Before I go and get them, is there anything? Is this something we don't want people to know about?
No.
Because here we can pay for discretion.
Okay, so how much for discretion and how much for like getting help? How much gold
much
should
for
I take
goodwill?
away? Yeah.
She kind of purses her lips. How about this? Just let everyone know the top dog around here is Lila, and not that little bitch Sylvia. I do not like her. Okay? If you ever hear people talking about how great Sylvia is, just make sure they know me. I'm better. That's all I want.
I can see why Lauren liked her.
Okay? Sylvia is such a little bitch, but that's another time. Another story for another time. Anyway, so
How much gold should I decrease
give me
of my
just
currency?
like 5. That's kind of the standard.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
I finally spent money on something.
That's very, very true.
Let me help you all out. And she kind of comes down and sort of gets in the water and begins to sort of pull up your hands and help you out of the water. Kind of get some towels from just behind the rock and sort of like gives them out to you. And she says, okay, I'll go and get the medic. And she puts all her clothes on. So you all sort of wait for a moment. And she comes back and there is a medic. And guys, I think you missed the fact she was nude that entire time.
Oh,
I didn't miss
Definitely.
it.
Good. Okay. So
Brian would have been like this then the entire time.
yep, very nude. So
yeah.
she comes back with a startled looking sort of teenage looking girl with like pimples and like long ears, but like they're a bit too big for her head, and she's kind of got like a bit of like a hunch going. She's she doesn't look like, and she's like looking down constantly, and like Lila's just got a hand on her elbow on her head and was just like, so this is our medic. Megs, go. And Megs goes ahead. and starts
Megs.
dealing with Paris. Megs. So Paris gets. I'll do some healing. I dropped my dice. Oh, good. He takes 11. 2 is 13 plus 4 is 17. He takes 17 points of HP back. And you kind of see him begin to slowly kind of come round and show an expression other than complete abject terror. And you get the impression that this is more than just wounds. He needs something else to kind of get him back on track, but you couldn't tell what.
Can I do a medicine check? Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
because you can heal yourself. Sure, why not?
3.
3.
Bluey,
Tender
Bluey
love
is
and care.
distraught.
He's dead.
Paris?
He blinks, but he's definitely dead. You start slapping him. He reaches up a hand to your face, like.
Oh wait, no.
Can
Can I cast Greater Restoration on him? Just because it seems to be a thing.
You can, but make a medicine check before you do.
Mm-hmm. Medicine's not bad.
Are you trained in medicine?
I have a +5.
But is it coloured in black? Is it?
No.
Okay, then do it with disadvantage because you're not particularly well versed in. You don't know the sort of art, the trade of medical.
Cool. 10 plus 5, so 15.
15. And it's. You can tell this is a trauma sort of based thing. It's not necessarily going to be cured by any magical effect per se.
Mm-hmm. I think we just need to get him to a bed, to sleep and rest.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm just going to pop back to Neff and Saraza for a second. You begin slowly walking to Melas. Now, you were dressed for Kalkan. Do you have any winter clothing? Because it's snowing here and it's getting cold.
I do actually have one thing.
What do you have?
I have the cloak from the ritual combat.
Good shit. Okay, you pop that on. I think Saraza would have had his too. You both put on your cloaks. You will not have to make constitution checks. Freezing.
+1 AC, let's go.
Great. Just roll me a d20 as you start this long ass haul over to Melas.
Alright, just a raw d20?
Yep.
That's a 5.
5, okay.
Oof.
You hear footsteps in the distance. And you see kind of, as you're going along this pathway, a caravan of horses and people, merchants, carts begin to trundle past you. You're the 5?
Yes.
They stop and they look at you for a moment regarding the 2 of you weary travellers, and they their reins and keep going past you. Saraza says, "Don't draw attention to ourselves. Just keep going."
Okay, I'll take your word for you. Good advice.
Okay.
I'll pop up my hood, and now I'm like completely covered.
Okay, and you keep walking.
Can I roll a
Back
stealth
to
check while we're doing this?
Sure, why not?
Just for the hell of it, making sure we're not gonna get usurped by some random foe.
Okay.
Never mind, it's a nat 1. Alright, cool.
Cool. So nat 1, love that. All right. So you are just on a slog back over for the first time for you to Mela. Right. Next in the order, next to deal with. As you all finish sort of after the falling into the bathhouse incident, Lila uses a very discreet back entrance to escort you all out. Making you wait every now and again whilst a attendant passes, and I want you all to just roll one stealth check for just to sort of represent your sneaking out of the bathhouse.
4?
Okay, Shara's 19.
Sorry, are
but
we
she
all
does it
rolling stealth?
all rolling stealth, please.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Group success.
20.
We'll see about that.
13.
Okay, Bluey is A.
13.
Okay, Slyer is A.
Dirty 20.
All Star.
4.
Okay, cool. Shu.
I didn't roll for Shu, madam.
Can you roll for Shu, please? She's gonna do a disadvantage because she's a huge sphinx.
Wait, let me see what stats I'd have to use.
It's a dex.
Shu's dex is a 17, so it's a plus 2 or 3.
3.
That's a 9.
9, cool. Sobek's not there. Loran is me.
Where is
6.
Sobek?
Good question. Top 10 questions science can't answer. 11 for Loran. Super great. And then Sinestre is a 26. No surprises there.
She cartwheels out.
Vashar is a 8. Anyone else I'm missing?
The butt track.
That's it.
Courage?
Courage.
Ah.
16. That
Alrighty.
was almost bad. Okay, plus a lot. So, okay. Yes. Mixed success. So I think there's a moment where you're all slowly making your way very stealthily out. And then All-Star and Vashar rolled the lowest. So All-Star, Vashar, and Loran, who would have scored an 11. I'll say Shu, because of her size, would not have been able to fall in the same way, would have been able to save herself with her wing. But there's a moment where the three of you slip and you kind of trundle into each other, rolling up and like kind of landing like in a pile. And Loran kind of like puts his arms up and pulls himself up off of you with Vashar kind of like on his back, like to kind of stop her from crushing you. And there's a moment Megs returns.
Oh.
And she looks at you and she's like, I've seen worse. And she keeps walking away. She definitely thinks that was a sex thing. And now you guys can continue on your way out. Lila takes you out this back entrance, and you are outside, and she says, to the Detain estate, I assume? Or will I be seeing you again soon?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well then, good luck fixing whatever this is. And she just waves to all of you.
It might take a while.
Where's Saz? Oh, he doesn't like it when I call him that. Sarazur.
Slya, do you have message still?
Mhm.
Could you send them a quick message?
What should I say? Or do you want to wait until we get to the estate?
I mean, I'm a bit. You can see that Brian's a bit concerned because, like, obviously doesn't like being separated. Maybe we can do one now and one. We'll have better access to messages once we get there, hopefully. If we could just tell them that we're in the Feywild, we're going to the Dehain estate, let us know that they're safe.
Okay. Sia will send, headed to the Dehain, actually no, she would send it to Sarazur and she'd say, we're headed to your parents. We made it safely. Let us know.
Okay. All right. I need you to roll a D100.
Yep.
You need to get above a 5%.
76.
Cool. Sweet. Okay, good. You send that, and then as you finish sending that, hello, is this Slyer? Yes. Melas is where your friends are headed, and I did not hear a status about the book. Good luck.
That's not Sarazur.
Nope, that's not Sarazur. That was
Gelda.
Gelda's.
Gelda.
Yep. Because that came in as you were sort of sending, because I'd also forgot to tell you that.
Okay.
But then there's a moment. There's like a moment of where like a kind of overlap here. That's good luck, and then you hear Sarazur's voice go.
Bruh.
Cyrus just says, "We'll be there as soon as we can. There's something we have to tell you." And that's it.
Okay, Slia holds on to whatever ominous thing that was, and says that tells everybody that they're in Melas and they'll be with us.
Melas.
They're on
Didn't-
their way to Melas.
Didn't Neff set up her at the castle?
At Whitecliff. It should have been.
Maybe they're headed to Melas together. Guess we'll find out later.
Sarazar had
Okay.
something to tell us, but
Huh.
And they're not even in Melas yet. Mm.
Okay. So, as you all begin to make your ways over to Melas does take a little while. Whitecliff Castle. It's a similar distance from the Danehain estate to Saros. So about 2 hours, 2.5 hours by riding. So 4 hours walking, maybe a little bit more. And you begin to walk this distance from the onsen to the Danehain estate. It's longer and it's harder than it was before, but you make it there, and you can see the sort of pale walls and the inviting exterior of the home coming into view. Neff, as time goes on, hang on. Okay. As time goes on, you and Sarazar see the same barren landscape over and over and over again, with the ocean on your left leading off to the sort of few islands that exist that way. And then to your right, just snow. And you begin to see mountains for a range which you know is the beginnings of the mountain range towards the sunken city. And then, slowly but surely, as time goes on, the distance, you see something in the distance. You see the clouds break and sunlight pouring down. The snow almost seems to stop and slow to just a flutter. And the ground beneath your feet begins to become more alive. The grass is peeking through the snow here. The weather is changing here as you get closer and closer to Mela. Right, so it's almost 9. I think we're going to call it for this evening. It's a little bit earlier than we usually do.
Oh?
2.5 hours.
It's a bit earlier than we usually do, but if we get into the next stuff, it's going to be really... It's pretty... I mean, it's stuff that I couldn't have really prepped for. If you guys want to go on longer, then yeah, I'll go longer if you want to go on longer.
Totally your call.
But,
I'm happy to play for as long as you like.
Same.
Okay.
Would another hour be okay, Max?
Emma, do you want 10 minutes break?
Yeah. Do you know? I know it's not very long, but I think I want to call it here so that I can properly prepare for everything for next session. Just because this is all a lot of unexpected stuff, and especially with people being in 2 different locations, it becomes infinitely a lot harder. So if we're all cool with it, I'm gonna stop us here for now. We can use the fact that the last session was 5+ hours to make up for this one being so short. Everyone, think of the things you want to do. Think of,
I want to get back with my friends.
Yeah, I know. But we'll pick up here next game with you continuing your walk, Neff, and you all arriving at the Danehain estate, along with Vashar, Sinestre, Paris, and No Book. So, that is where we'll leave it. Good
Alright.
stuff, guys.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Thank you for
Bye,
DMing.
guys.
Thank you.
Are you going? Okay.
Oh.
That was very quick. Okay.
All right.
Thank you very
So-
much.
Thank you as
That's
always.
okay. I just feel a lot more comfortable if I can have time to prep it and everything beforehand. Also, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock here, and I've got work tomorrow, so this is a bit better for me, if that's all right with you all.
Yeah, sure.
Good. What a
Whole
sad
lot-
session. This got real sad. You
Oh,
guys
no.
weren't supposed to find out about the Marlena Winterbrand thing for 8, but hey, that's good shit.
We got
It's
yeeted.
worse.
Yeah. But think about like the time, how long it's been since you actually last saw them. If you have healers near you, you could maybe bring them back. I don't know.
I mean, I have stuff that. Well, actually, I don't have stuff that could bring them back. But I mean,
I don't know.
we need to find somebody.
Anyway.
Did you say
So-
they were Bobby?
No, they kind of bobbed up from. It was more like a kind of. There was like, you know how you like sometimes you see the horizon line and then it just goes boop, 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 like that.
Okay.
Like,
I
you can see their
understand.
silhouettes.
For sure.
Were they on some sort of like hike?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm handling everything okay. This is great. How are you guys doing? This is fun, isn't it? I love D&D.
Yeah. It kind of. It was very hard to do that. But no one is safe.
No, what is safe?
No name.
Okay, cool.
Mom's Manra's dad is the name's name.
Manra's dad.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that I can properly honor him and not just be like the gnome.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh
I
man.
carried that gnome. I carried that gnome during a frantic street chase.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Mm.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is a lot of content to process. It's a lot. Even just a 2-hour sesh. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. All right. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I hope you guys don't mind that it was.
No, I'm cool. Hey, whatever. Okay, whatever helps you prepare for the sessions, I'm cool for. I'm flexible. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Good stuff.
I can go ahead and already tell you exactly what Slee wants to do.
Hells yeah. I mean, I feel like it's also good to take a break so that you guys can sort of think about the goals that you had for this session, sort of rethink them. I think you guys have kind of gone through, not a lot of them, but like you've kind of started making work on those, so that's good. But like, you know, everything's going to change as like time goes on and you guys get to understand more of the situation, so maybe this might be a good thing.
I guess while we're exploring, or well, exploring, quote unquote exploring, while we're walking through like these kind of plains, I'll keep an eye out for like any sort of herbs that might stick out that I could maybe collect and use for stuff later, potentially.
Sure, that's super good. You can definitely do that. You'll just have to make like nature medicine checks. I'll let you choose which one.
Yep.
Whether you can recognize from like the botany of them, whether they are like plants that you recognize from like your healing kits, or you can use medicine checks to kind of do the same thing. So yeah, I'll let you do that for sure.
Sweet. Okay, looking forward to
Also,
doing that.
I'm packing away all my dice, and I was just thinking, Thomas, for your game, I found online these white jade dice,
Oh my god.
and I may have definitely I've definitely asked for Christmas. And I
Nice.
literally like put an addendum like, hey mom and dad, if you guys don't buy these, then can you tell me, because I want to buy them for myself. So yeah.
That's a big mood actually. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, because I really want them, and I think it's only like one set, so
That's fair. Hey, dice is where it's at.
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think
Dicey.
next weekend, we're doing Shiny Boys in 6 days.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so about that, timings for that. What are our usual timings again? Because I have a meeting on Sunday starting at 8 a.m, which is just fucking ridiculous, and it's on till 4.
Okay, I can cut it off kind of quickly if you need to be in bed.
Or we could start earlier. I'm also fine with that, if that works for you guys, but I don't know about Lily's work. I don't want to like change it
I'll-
super much for anyone.
I think we'll start at the usual time, but I'll keep that in mind, so I won't like
Sure.
drag it out or anything like that. I have like
Okay, cool.
places we can end it. It's not like a super
Thank you.
hard to do thing, so all
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it's just the only reason I have that meeting on that day is because the typhoon here like meant that so many things got cancelled, and that was one of them, our meeting that was supposed to happen, and they just rescheduled it. That weekend was also the weekend, so you know when I had to change the schedule because I was going to Tokyo.
Mm.
No, not because I was going to Tokyo. I had to change the schedule to a different day, and because it was like I was super busy that day. It's okay, don't worry, no, go
You
for it.
okay?
How dare you? How
I dropped
dare
a
you roll?
dice. I'm sorry.
How dare you roll your
What did
dice?
it roll?
One.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Ooh.
What
nice
number was
color.
I think it was a 9. It's
Nine.
one of my Jade's dice.
That color combination must look nice in real life, but on camera it's like impossible to read the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason I can read it is because like it's a very like distinctive blue that stands
Ah,
out
okay.
really well against like the
That's
yellow and
great for
white.
me.
Ah,
Mm.
it's like yellowy green. It's like
Yeah,
it's like a banana that's
I can
like
see
almost
how
good to
it's
eat.
blue.
Yeah, it looks kind of like lemon cheesecake, honestly.
Ah, okay, I get you.
That's cute. I like that.
Sweet.
Mahaha.
I've
But
seen
yeah,
some good
immediately-
dice and- Oh.
Immediately
I
after
just
we
love those.
finish this game, I usually go into prep for like Jade's game.
When do you play Jades?
I play it. So our game is usually 3 a.m. my time. It's 12 p.m.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. So just as you're about to go to sleep? Or
No, I go to sleep at like 4 p.m. my time. So it's
4.
Dang, dude.
uh,
3 to... Oh,
Aylin, you're crazy.
okay.
yeah. When you convert
This
it
time
to
of year it works, I
Mhm.
guess, because it's dark at 4.
a little bit, yeah.
Well,
But
here it's dark at 4.
Here it's like,
It can-
super bright all the
makes-
time now.
It makes sense if you kind of convert it to like UK time. So it's like, oh, I'm up at like 7 because I get up at 1 on a daily, and that like 1 a.m. and so it's like 7 a.m. getting up and then going to bed at like 10 or something.
Okay.
Right. Makes
It's
more sense
wild.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I still have struggles with my sleep schedule. But anyway, I actually haven't had dinner yet, so
You should
I
go
might
do
go
that.
and eat something. But I
We
don't
were
know. I'm
just
kind of
gonna-
hungry, but I'm kind of not. Yeah, but I just can't face going to the convenience store for dinner again. Don't think
Is
I
there
have
another convenience store nearby?
There is, yes.
Maybe you could do that.
But I'm so warm.
What's the
So,
outside
hello, I am
temperature?
back again. Yes.
So cold.
Mm.
Like 7 degrees.
It's like goals.
Is that 7 Celsius?
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
that's not even like that cold.
That's
like
cold
in the
for me.
UK, by now it'd be like 0,
Ugh.
and like that's like cold.
Mm.
But
I got cold at like 10, dude.
You know, there was a fair amount of breeze tonight, which is good because we sing in a big hall, and
Mm.
most of the time at this time of year, it's like, "Ugh," and it was still kind of like that because of the robes. But there was a door open with breeze in, and it was nice.
Ah, okay, that's kind of nice then.
Mm.
It rained over here while
Is it
we were
getting
having the
warm?
session. Second.
What a surprise, Melbourne!
Is it getting warm over there?
Melbourne fluctuates.
It's in here, over here. It's been very like sporadic, like
Mm.
some really warm days. Like some of them have been like 37, and like today's been like 23 or something. You know, it's just like nuts.
We're getting some warm ones and then like hail the next day, and then like a warm day again, and then like hail again. It's crazy. Weather here is nuts.
Mm.
It's like leftover weather from the rest of the world. We're just getting all of it.
Love that.
Anyway, okay. I'll leave you guys then. Thanks,
Yeah.
Emma, for
To prepare
hosting as
to
always.
sleep.
Much love. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. I will come to you next session ready and raring to go.
I mean, there's no way you could have foreseen what was to come. I would have
No.
never guessed that we would end up in.
I feel like maybe I should have guessed the plane shift, but it kind of skipped my mind because there was so much going on. I completely forgot about your World of Recall.
See, I knew that we were gonna somehow we were gonna end up split off because that word of recall was still hooked up to Melas.
I mentioned a couple times like a
I
few
know.
sessions ago, but it's been a while since I brought it up. I think it's been up. I was saving a spell slot for it just in case, and now I have
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 left. Actually, let me see how many spell slots do I actually
Oh
have?
my gosh, it's a Sarasor and Neff side adventure!
Yeah,
Oh, that's so wholesome, cute.
it's like a father-daughter dance kind of thing.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is wholesome.
That is very cute.
Father-daughter dance. I like that. Well, now you guys have Karul and
Gone.
Vashar and Sinestre in the Feywild. So,
Karul. Oh no, we do have Karul. I forgot.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Gerard was always good.
Harul.
Yep.
I totally forgot. that he-
Harul.
Corral. I love that. I
Corral.
love that, Thomas.
My 4 favorite
Oh.
NPCs.
Karul? What does that mean?
Karul, Karal, Jarul, and Jural. Those are my 4 favorites. I love them. The fearsome
Karul,
4.
Karal, Jarul, Karal. Ugh, I hate that.
Oh,
Alright, dudes. I'm going to
this
love you
is
and leave you,
awful
and I'm
thought.
going to go make some food.
Oh no.
Oh no. No more awful thoughts, please.
Good thought.
What was your awful thought? What was your awful thought? Tell me.
It's a corral, or down here where I am from, corral. Oh god.
Ah!
Ugh. That was just miserable, and I hate it.
I love it.
Corral.
That's
Sorry.
where we're gonna end there.
On that note,
I think before we all go a bit more insane than we. Alright.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, dudes.
Bye-bye.
bye.
Been a good game.
Bye.
Sorry it was so
Thank
short,
you.
but
That's
you did
okay.
great.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.